I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope that you're excited for today because we are starting off with Moonlight with Effect Advanced Live. Yes, they have been just as big of a shock and surprise as I remember, and this is awesome. So let's hop right into it.
빛을 타고 내려 몰래 내 맘에 흘러내려 가슴이 뛰는 날 시도 때도 없이 아는 거는 너 왜 어떻게 들어왔니 어색한 춤 지름 같은 어둠을 뚫고 다가온 맘 막지 않게 지켜줄게 달려가 안을 수 있게 Moonlight 아름다운 이 밤에 끝을 잡을 수 있게 빛처럼 나에게 한하면 돼 빛처럼 비치는 밤에 내게 닿을 수 있게 내게 허락 없이 들어와서 품에 몰래 잠들어 놓고 꿈에서 깨질 마 우리 둘 사이를 질투한 태양이 질 때까지 참아줘 어느 순간 갑자기 난 사라지지만 말아줘 아침이 올 때쯤에 이루어질 수 있게 Moonlight 너에게 가는 길을 비춰 달려가 안을 수 있게 Moonlight 아름다운 이 밤에 끝을 잡을 수 있게 깊은 내 맘을 몰라줄까봐 Oh yeah 저 달에 기대어 고백할게 Oh yeah 밤하늘에 소리친다 널 사랑해 터질 듯한 이런 내 맘이 전해질 수 있게 Moonlight 너에게 가는 길을 비춰 빛나는 안을 수 있게 Moonlight 아름다운 이 밤에 끝을 잡을 수 있게 Moonlight 우리 둘을 위해 baby 희망을 닿을 수 있게
Wow! Dang. Okay, vocally speaking, this is probably their best performance, vocally speaking. I think the song, the way that it was written, was just able to let them amplify their vocal, have the chance to actually be able to show off a little bit. But it's really good. Pretty catchy. Again, I think the thing that I keep finding out with Infinite is like they never rewrite the wheel; they just kind of perfect the wheel, if that makes sense. They don't break the wheel; they perfect the wheel, and and I think that there's something to be able to be said to be able to kind of like take what was already existing and make it a little bit better. For me personally, like for those of you who don't know, in fact, I even own a dime bag guitar. One of my favorite guitarists, or one of my favorite groups ever, is Pantera, and that was what was interesting about Pantera. Like, this is gonna sound really weird, but Infinite is almost like the Pantera of K-pop. in the sense that like they came in at the at the time where like maybe things were starting to change, and they just kind of stuck with what was already known to be popular, and then just put their own twist on it to make that like their sound and their noise. It's kind of like Dimebag. Like, he didn't really reinvent the wheel of playing the guitar. He didn't really reinvent the way of like how we see solos. And in fact, what he did is he went back to the roots and kind of went back to what people used to like and made it his own. And now he's kind of seen as like one of the most famous guitarists of all time and considered one of the best. And I think it's for that reason. And I think that that's kind of what Infinite is doing here. Just a solid melody that like I said, doesn't break the wheel, but it just reinforces the fact that no, what's in the wheel is still good. And in fact, let me show you with what happens here. We're gonna just keep using this wheel, and we are going to make sure that you see that there is still something good, and the fact that we're just gonna dominate and make it our own. I think that that's just kind of how I kind of feel like about this song. Just a really cool way to kind of approach things personally. Really, really just kind of a bold move, I feel like that's kind of one of those things where it's like it's kind of a large bet to kind of bet on, that the formula and still kind of make it work too. So I don't know, really cool song. I find that they just really have that ability to just kind of perform, and I know that sounds weird, but just every single time I get done with them, I'm just like, these guys are just really, really talented. Honestly, they're some of the funner people to watch live, mainly because the fact is that they sound good, and again, they're what is it called? Their performances to be able to dance is also just actually pretty pleasing. It's not super overly like crazy and difficult, but it's not like too plain to the point where you're just like, yeah, okay. It's just a solid group. Seriously, this is just one of those ones that like you can build around. Like, this is gonna sound really weird, but it's like almost like basketball, right? Like, you can get a player where you can build around and like make a good team. If they're not necessarily the star, but they're the foundation. So anyway, really random way to bring this up, but that's just kind of my thoughts when I got done listening to this song. So I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to let me know what you think. To me, this has been a pretty cool song. This has been a pretty cool way to start out. So yeah, we'll discuss this down in the comments below, and yeah, and we'll see you for the next video. Goodbye. Oh man, they are just like so solid.